are you stroking his ego when he can't even stroke your kitty right? I mean,
hold up.
hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Manda, and thank you so much for tuning into today's video. So today I am going to be doing the first ever girl talk on this channel, and I am actually honestly so excited. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna get right into this video. So guys, grab a drink because you might need it. That's good. Topic 1 is inheriting your friend's beef. Inherit it, sis. Inherit all of it. Take it. Take it. It is yours. And here's the thing, guys. I cannot fathom the thought of kicking or just being comfortable around someone who has hurt my friend in whatever way it may be in. You know, if you're not loyal to your friends, then who are you loyal to? Like honestly, how are you okay being around someone who's hurt your friend? The only time I would actually give like inheriting beef a thought is when it's like in a circle. Let's say 2 people in your circle are beefing. You can't actually pick sides because they're both your friends, right? So, you know, yeah, in that circumstance, I just wouldn't inherit beef. I'll just keep it diplomatic, neutral. I would be Switzerland and just remain friends with both people. There's absolutely no need to pick sides, but also don't get together with the other person and start discussing the other person. I just think keep it neutral and don't gossip. Like, just don't gossip about the other person. Posting your partner on social media, that's a big no-no for me. People don't like to see other people happy. That is the sad truth, but it is the truth nonetheless. Not everyone is happy for you. Some people will turn into the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Some people want to find all the dirt on your partner. So I am pro those girls who take pictures of their men's shoulders, men's feet. My feet are tricky, guys. You see a DM from someone saying, I know those feet. Like, I'm pro just having a huge emoji over your partner's face because people are tricky. Being friends with your ex, Ooh, I think be cordial with your ex, but that's very much dependent on how and why you guys broke up in the first place. I don't think there's anything wrong with just being cordial with your ex, but not like texting every day, because why are you texting your ex every day and stuff? For me, like, I am cordial with most of my exes. Like, we follow each other on Instagram, on Twitter, stuff like that, you know, like each other's pictures, occasionally leave a little comment there, occasionally reply to a story. Like, that's fine, that's cool. Like, no boundaries are being crossed. But now you have your ex on your WhatsApp and they're busy sending you hi, hey messages every day. I just think, how are you going to move on when you still have this baggage from 19 Futseke that is like still in your life? You just need to let go of your ex. And it's not like, don't burn bridges, like, you know, just be cordial. But that, like I said, is very much dependent on how and why you guys broke up. You're not going to be all hee hee ha ha hoo hoo with your abusive ex, with an ex who cheated on you and stuff like that. So I just think, respect yourself and give each other that space, but you can still be friends. Well, if you're friends before the relationship, it makes so much more sense to be friends after the relationship, because maybe you just work better as friends than as partners. So yeah, bless us. Yep, I read that right. Bless us. Here's my thing. I like okay, the blessy lifestyle is personally not my cup of tea, but I'm cool with people who are blessies. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a blessee, and I just feel like girl, secure your bag, do what you've got to do. I actually am like fine with blessies. Like, that's their choice, and I'm not gonna judge you for being a blessee or having a blesser or whatever. But my thing is, don't start to, you know, try and recruit your friends into that blessy lifestyle if that's not what they want. Like, don't. And that's where my problem comes, is when like blessies want to start recruiting their friends into that lifestyle. It's just selfish because not everyone is built for the blessy lifestyle. It's also weird when blessies like start to pimp their friends out, or are basically selling their friends to men, and their friends are unaware of it. Like, your blessy friend hits you up and she's like, guys, let's go out. You get there and there's men who are looking at you like fresh meat, and it's very awkward. I just feel like if you are a blessee, you have a blesser, then girl, like, do it. Just keep it to you, to yourself, and not just spread it around, you know, because that's really strange. I like blessies are actually, you know, good people. I don't mind. Like, it's really none my business. Trapping a man with a baby. Trapping a man with a baby means there's a problem there and you need to leave that relationship. There is nothing you can do that will make a man who does not want to be with you stay with you. You cannot make a man stay. If he does not want to be with you, he will not be with you. And so what? Okay, now you've trapped him with a baby. He's there taking care of the child, and you are completely out of the picture. How did that help you? How did that better your life? I'm totally against trapping a man with a baby, because if you think about it, let's say your end goal is to get married and you're thinking, this guy's taking too long, let me get pregnant, he's going to marry you. These days there's no such thing. Hey, there's no such thing unless his family is going to force him to marry you, or your family is going to force him to marry you. Other than that, he's just going to do his part of taking care of his child, and you are still going to be out of the picture. So that does not help you in any way. Like, ladies, we need to understand that if a man does not want you, he does not want you, full stop. Men are not like women. You can't soft him and he'll come back. Men are completely different. If he wants no parts, he wants no parts. Get the message and move on with your life. Now you've got a baby with a man who despises you probably. Then how will that work? You're going to bring up a child, and it's actually quite selfish, because you didn't have a child out of wanting to have a child. You had a child as a means of keeping a man. That's selfish, that's mean, that's evil Jezebel. Because God, I'm totally against it. I do not believe in trapping a man with a baby. I think it's pretty dumb. Like, I don't like words like dumb, but girl, that's dumb. Like, don't do it. If he doesn't want you, move on. Get the message and move on. Come on, guys. Don't do it. Do not trap a man with a baby. You're faking orgasms. You're joking, right? Hells no. 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 Don't do it. Listen, why are you stroking his ego when he can't even stroke your kitty right? I mean, jeez. Here's the thing. I think as women, we have been conditioned to believe that sex is all about the man's pleasure. The man must be the one who is getting pleasure from the whole experience. And I think that's completely wrong. Like, sex is supposed to be pleasurable for the woman too. So why are you faking an orgasm? No, if you did not orgasm, you did not orgasm. That's it. End of story. Finish and clear. Okay? I feel like, firstly, as women, we must also know our pleasure spots, what gets us there, and that means exploring. If you don't explore and you don't know what gets you going, then how is he supposed to know? It's completely okay to guide a man through your little sexual experience. It's completely okay. You need to know that sex is pleasure. Sex is pleasure. Sex is not supposed to be torture. We're talking about consensual sex here, by the way, guys. So no, don't fake an orgasm. I feel like you kind of have to have a conversation. You are grown people, obviously. You're having sex, you can have a conversation about it and be like, yo dude, listen, it's not working. It's not working. I need A, B, C, D, E for me to climax, and that's totally fine. There's no need to be faking orgasms at our big ages, guys. Come on. No. Lobola. I think lobola is a nice gesture. It's a gesture to show appreciation, is it not? It's like a token of appreciation. That's what I think I understand lobola to be. But yay, it's kind of being treated as reparation. Like, people are like, they take lobola to be some sort of reparation, and I don't think so. I don't think this guy is supposed to pay your parents back for taking you to school, because were your parents taking you to school for your husband, or they were taking you to school for yourself? You know, like, I think it's a bit excessive these days. I feel like lobola should just be a nice token, not an insulting token, guys. Like, don't want to approach someone's family with $100 or something like that. I think it should be something nice and fair. And remember that girls and women and ladies and your families, you need to remember that after lobola, there is life. There is a life you guys need to start building together. You guys are now one. This is two. You are now one. You are now one. So if he's going to start his life off in debt because you guys are now married, then that's not gonna work. There's a wedding. There's a traditional wedding. There's a white wedding. People need to eat at those weddings. People need somewhere to sit at those weddings. It has to be pretty. Like, after that, you guys are going to need to still buy groceries, still clothe yourselves, still pay bills, you know, you want to start your life off on a good note, you know. So I think there's like exorbitant amounts that are being charged for lobola these days, and I don't think it's fair to the young couple. And in Zim, it's very, very tough. It's very, very tough. It's just like this whole thing of demanding lobola to be paid in US dollars. People are getting paid in bond, and that is the reality of the situation. So for a family to demand US dollars is just really selfish, and I would say keep your daughter, because you imagine marrying into a family that doesn't understand economic situations. Think about it, you know. I think it's fair to at least say, because we are in a multi-currency system, to at least say maybe pay half in bond and then the balance in US dollar. And I think it's completely fine, guys. I think we just need to, as women, we need to normalize having these conversations with our families so we actually know where they stand. Asking a man for money, until you're married, you are no man's responsibility. And honestly, you can't be asking men for money. Like, what is the reason? Like, don't you have a home? Like, you can't just go to a man and say, Saka, Kumba, we're building and this and this, and tell him your life story. I frankly think like that's none of his business, especially if you guys have just met or something like that. I think it's a bit cuckoo. No, I'm not for asking a man for money or asking a man for anything really, because if a man wants to do something, guys, he's going to do it from the kindness of his heart. And listen, men can do things. If he's not doing something for you, or he's not doing the things that you want to be done for you, it means he just doesn't want to. You'll see that he can do it for the next woman, but he can't do it for you. So a man can, men can do things when they really want to, when they really in the depths of their hearts they want to, they will do that thing for you. But if he's not giving you money, if he's not taking you out on nice dates, he's not buying you gifts, he's not getting you flowers, it's because he doesn't want to. And don't waste your time sitting there trying to force him, dropping him little hints and stuff like that. I know some men really need hints, but for the most part, like sibatala, guys, you can't be going over these things like you're 13, 14. You should know what a woman wants, you should know what a woman needs, and he should get with the program. And most of them are with the program, but just not for you, honey. So move on and don't ask him for money. That's cringe, guys. Love doesn't pay the bills. True. Love has never paid the bills. Love will never pay the bills. You need money. Honestly, guys, have you ever been to TM or Pick and Pay and they've said murikubadarane bondi iko keshi swipe kana kutinerudo? No, you've never heard that, and you will never hear that. You need to understand that love is nice, love is wonderful, yes, love is beautiful, but you're going to need something, you know, of substance to keep that love going. And unfortunately or fortunately, that is money, guys. We need money, and we need money to live. That is the world we live in. You need some sort of financial security, and it goes both ways. Like, it can't just always be the guy who has money and the girl has zololo. Like, it goes both ways, like, you know. So love does not pay the bills. They say the M in romance stands for money. So yeah, and I know it's so easy to get caught up in someone's potential and forget the reality of life. But when you're with someone, you need to understand that potential is great, but you need to date their reality. You need to date who they are at that moment. So love doesn't pay the bills. That's all I've got to say. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay? Contraception. Okay, the way this topic was put across to me was someone who asked me if I've ever been on contraception and what contraception I would recommend. So I cannot recommend any contraception because I've never been on any contraception. But even if I had been on any contraception before ever in my life, I still would not be in a place to, you know, recommend contraception. Contraception is tricky because okay, here's the thing. You need to go see a gynecologist. And guys, I'm really advising you, if you are sexually active, to start seeing a gynecologist as early as possible to help you with these things. There's so much that comes into play when it comes to contraception, like what you want from it. For me personally, like when I spoke to my gynecologist, I knew that I did not want a contraception that was going to make me gain weight because I am already fat. I don't need to be any fatter. So I did not want a contraception that was going to make me gain weight. I didn't want a contraception that was going to make me moody, give me mood swings, or make me depressed. I didn't want a contraception that was going to lower my sex drive. I didn't want a contraception that had, you know, that could break me out and stuff like that. And I know people use contraception to actually stop like acne and any skin issues, but for me personally, like, I just didn't want a contraception that was going to do any of those things to me. So it's not guaranteed, but my gynecologist had said that he would put me on the implant, the one that goes like into your arm, the implant that goes into your arm. And he was like, it's very long term, like 3 to 10 years without any issues, and it would probably work very well for you. So you need to know those things before you just take your friend's word for it. Like, if your friend goes like, I'm on Mirena, it doesn't mean Mirena is for you. If your friend says I'm on the pill, it doesn't mean the pill is for you. So you actually need to sit down, do some research, and then go see a gynecologist. And I know a gynecologist might be a bit pricey. There are places that I'm sure do some free family planning. The one that I can think of just from the top of my head is Population Services. So yeah, I just knew that I didn't want the IUD. I did not want anything that was going to be inserted in my lady parts. That was just not going to work for me. So yeah, so that is the end of our video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like me to do, like, you know, specific girl talks, like you want me to do one specifically on friends, one specifically on relationships, then please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments down below. Until next time, my beauties, stay blessed and stay beautiful. Bye, guys.